Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are back at it live at the Leather Pocket for the third annual Len Sbitney Memorial. It is your B-side final. Alan Wang taking on Joe Spence, and I'm sitting beside the one and only Mr. Ben Francis.
Oh, we got a good one here. Joe on a tear through this B-side so far. But Alan has just been knocking off champion after champion in this tournament. What a run he's on. Probably the best run he's had in a tournament.
I so agree.
In a big one. I mean, we've seen him go deep in like Fargo Fair Match, stuff like that, but not like this kind of open style, big, giant prize money one.
Yeah. Well, and I said earlier, right, Alan is an unexpected finalist, but a well-deserving finalist.
Very well-deserved. Hard worker. Works
Yep.
hard on his game. Works hard at work. He owns Bubble Mania Cafe. If you guys are ever in Calgary, definitely check it out. You can't not drive by it. Doesn't matter which highway you're using. You're driving by it. Highway 1, Highway 2, both going right by it.
Yep. Break out the one here.
I don't know if he needs to.
Playing the 1-7 combo.
Yep. And the 3 to the 1 later maybe. But yeah, the 1-7 looks like the shot now. No other balls to shoot.
He could shoot the 3, but I think he intentionally played the 1-7 combo.
But I'm surprised he didn't just like get a little further out, shoot the 7 first, and then shoot the 3 to the 1 later, because this combo can be real tough to control.
Well, and I think the 7's a little farther off the rail than the 1, so it is tricky.
Oh, on a heavy angle. Yeah, you're trying to hold it. Oh,
now he's got another combo.
He did pretty well there.
He did.
But yeah, another tricky shot coming up, because you got to try to hold this cue ball again. You don't really want to stun this one, because then the 6 can get away. Tricky. Looks like we got Warren Ortiz, Joey Horn in the house. Anybody in Facebook chat land yet? I know we haven't been live on there for a bit because Rod was live on there, but
we beat him to the punch on this one.
Looks like we beat him to it. So if you guys can share the Facebook link, which I'm going to do, and click the thumbs up on the YouTube, we'll greatly appreciate that. Okay, so this turned out not bad, this combo. I know it looks a little awkward with the rest and whatnot, but he's got a lot of room over here where the rest is laying to work with.
So do you go inside with left spin or outside with right?
I like the outside with the right. Just on the line, the rest is on, you know?
Yeah, oh no.
No, it all went wrong.
Well under hit.
And this is more important than you think. Game 1, it don't matter, it's only game 1. Guy like Joe, you need to get on him. You let him feel some confidence and get moving, it might be over before it starts.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a choice. One rail kick here to the bottom side rail, if that makes sense. Kind of based on orientation of the table.
Yeah, the
bottom side rail.
Long,
how do you like that?
The bottom long rail. There you go. Yeah.
A little bit of left-hand spinach on the cue ball. Try to pot the 3. I'll tell you what, though, if he can do it, it's almost auto shape for the 8.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only shot. That's all you got. But yeah, if he cuts it in, it might just come across and have the 8 in the same hole. What a shot. Are you kidding me?
What is Alan on?
Oh, man. This guy's on fire. That's what he's on. This is still a tough shot, but how do you not bet on him to make it? You know what he needs to do?
Watch the scratch, the in off the 10.
He also needs to take longer to shoot this ball.
I agree. Do a lap.
Look, and he is. He's double checking. I like this because you get way too excited. Your heart rate just spiked like 30 beats per minute when you made that ball.
Yeah.
You need to let it come down a little bit.
Yeah. I think he should take another walk. Just another lap around the table.
Jacked up. This shot is so hard. Even if he did 3 more laps around the table, it's just real tough.
Just off the outside.
Oh, it's so hard, that shot. It is so difficult.
He gets second place. He's tied up the 11. Joe's got a few balls down there to try and get on it.
Joe will love to see that.
Yeah.
And he'll be thinking, okay, if you say so.
Maybe he goes after it, go 9, 12, 11. I would tend to think. Just a nice little slow roll shot on that 9 ball.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
It's a little bit off angle.
No, and you want to get into that 11 right away, so you try to do the work right away.
Yeah.
He could shoot the 10 and then gain a better angle on the 9, like a little less.
Yeah, that's a good idea,
try to get straighter and then do it. Or just get to the 12
Get to the 12 right off of it.
No, he's going to get on the 9 and then get very precise.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe not.
Plan B.
There's some easy safeties here, which can fool you because you don't want to see him kick that ball in. Sometimes you get a little like, oh, I'll just roll onto the 14. Then you just one rails with a whole bunch of spin and cuts it right in. And you feel like you should have went for it. Joey, it is on Facebook as well this time. Yeah. I think she sees it there. Never mind. She found it. She shared it. Thank you.
Yeah, these guys are deserving. Let's give them an audience. Share it up on both sides.
Absolutely. That's what I'm doing. I ain't messing around. Joe Spence on a tear. Tearing through this B-side.
Still kind of unsure which way to attack this.
Asked me a pretty awesome question outside. Was nice. Are there trophies? A little extra motivation, he said.
Of course, right?
Yeah, there are trophies for the runner-up and the winner. Nice little glass plaques that Larry had made. And then there's the cup. You get your name on it.
There's the shot. That's the shot he's looking for.
He could play this in off the 8.
He could.
He's on the perfect angle to do it here. Just stun it. It's like straight. Bang. You knock that 8 out of there. Or the 8 knocks the 11 over, but it can turn out good a million ways.
He could just roll this up too, right?
I think he's just on the back angle where it might be going too far away from the 11. You know what I mean?
He could still get there on the 9. If he takes the 9 right now, give himself a better angle on the 11. If you want, or on the 12.
Yeah.
Right?
14
or
would
14.
Do the same thing. Yeah, you're right.
Get rid of the trouble. I like the 14. That's a good call.
Well, and actually, come to think of it, banging in off the 8 there is a high risk. The 8 can always just like bank in the side or do something funny. It's not the most control, but he might not have a choice now. He's running out of choices here. You kind of have to weigh the options, like, am I going to be able to get it later, or do I just need to take this risk right now?
Can he get onto the 11 off the 13 right now?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's still, like, moving,
right.
you know?
I think he's on the right angle to do it.
Yeah.
It's risky, because if you brush that 8 just the wrong way.
But he'll be able to see the line best. He could also just draw back here and try to get on the 12 again, the proper angle.
Yeah, down to the 11.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Sweet. He hit that sweet. Yeah, that's a really nice little shot.
What are the payouts for the top 3? 10,000 first place, 5,000 second place, 2,500 third place.
Big money for these gentlemen.
Not bad for a weekend of work.
Yeah. Even if Allen only gets 2,500 in this tournament, he won.
Oh,
what a tournament.
He is showing and making a name for himself.
Like his first match Saturday, we were doing some commentary, and Sev was in there saying, what's the score in Stan's match? And I look over, and it's Hill with Allen and Stan. And then I hear the whole room explode in applause. And I think Allen won.
I think so. So a little short of pace there for Joe. Shouldn't be a problem, though. A little bit of left spin.
Zero problem for this man, the way he's playing. Look, he uses the extra rail. You think he's feeling good? I don't know too many people going to use that other rail there. They just probably slow it with one rail a bit.
Yeah,
you know?
but I like how he did that, because sometimes that inside juice, you end up in the side pocket.
You grip it too much. You go like you grip it right into the ball or something. All kinds of funny stuff can happen.
Yeah, and a steal of a rack for Mr. Spence.
Yeah, if you're Allen, you don't want to see him stealing the first rack on your break.
Yeah.
There was no player auction, Gideon. Not for this one.
Not for any of them. Not in Alberta.
Not in Alberta. You won't see them.
Nope. They are illegal to do.
Yeah. Not here. Not at Top Shots, which has a nice tournament coming up, by the way.
Good call.
Also in Alberta. Like to support the Alberta pool scene, so I'm all for putting up these posters. Let's fill this field, you guys. We got some outside sponsorship. Coors Edge, alcohol-free Coors Edge, sponsoring the tournament.
I love it. I love to see it.
Some other sponsors on there you might be able to see too. Elaine Reaper. Elaine and Myra, of course, they're CSL regular watchers and big fans, and we're big fans of theirs too.
Indeed. She actually sent me a message yesterday. Won't say what it's about, but I appreciated the message.
Yeah. She's such a kind human being.
She picked up on something that nobody else has.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, she would
something
do that.
you already know.
Yeah.
Right? But
she would do that, though. Yeah.
So
look
I
at
definitely
this.
appreciate it.
Joe with the sledge break again, man. That's a bit scary when you're his opponent and he's hitting it like that. You go, don't think I'm stealing any of his breaks. I need the cue ball to get kicked in is what I'd be thinking when he breaks like that, because he ain't coming up dry.
No, he is definitely not.
And he's unlikely to get frozen behind a ball or something.
Yeah.
So pretty much the only hope is a cue ball gets kicked in.
That's right. Aaron says, shout out watching on the seaside. Good luck both.
Aaron, you had a super tournament too, man.
Yeah, sure did.
Good friend of mine, Aaron, regular LP. Appreciate all the support always from these guys. Filipino community, just amazing here. Just a great group of guys.
They are always in the room.
And they're just having the most fun.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about that.
I agree.
Smiling, laughing, having a good time, and then they play awesome pool, you know?
Yep.
And they like to bet. Okay, what's he got here? I think like the only
starting with the 15.
Yeah,
right?
That's really the only opener. The strike that he's nearest to. I know the
it's
glare
just
is a bit
odd
much,
angle
but
because it's taking him kind of in the direction of the 5 ball. Ideally, he'd like to get on the 12, but it's kind of an odd ball to get onto.
yeah, he might need to draw between the 8-2 and get on this ball on the rail.
Yeah, the
it
10.
might be the 10. The 14-9, those are tricky little balls, though, right?
Yep.
It's not that you can't get on them. It's that they're just, small windows.
What's he shooting at, the 12?
He's going to shoot the 5, take low ball, and completely trick us.
He sure did.
Try to break the 1 on the first shot. He flicked the 6 and broke the 1? No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He wasn't playing that. He's not that good. I know he's good, but come on.
Well, he's got to take the 7.
Holy smokes, look at
And
this.
then,
Look at how he flicks the 6 and gets into the 1. There's no way he's playing that, right?
No.
Who do you think? No, of course
No.
not. Okay, I might ask him about it, but
1 ball down to the corner.
it goes straight in the side too, I think.
It does, yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. The corner is probably nice because you can kind of draw maybe 2 rails to the bottom rail a bit to get some angle on the 6. Doesn't want too much on the 6 because he wants to go with the 3 after, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Oh, punches it into a very tight side pocket.
Sure,
Why
and
not?
get this angle on the 6 even more gravy.
Hey, we appreciate that, Dave. Really, you got to give a shout out to Len, the founder of the Leather Pocket, and even more so, a shout out to his daughter for taking on the pool hall after Len's passing. That was, she didn't have to do it. It was fraught with challenges.
And it still is.
It
It still is, but she's holding it together nicely.
Yeah, and she's done well because everything that we've experienced thus far, you got to give her credit for having the wherewithal to take it on.
Well, and Jim with the added money and coming on as a partner has
Yeah.
been really nice, of course. But we're here this weekend to remember the great man himself, and I like that Dave is remembering him too.
Yep, I miss him.
Me too. Big time. He would love this, man. He would just be sitting here eating this up while chatting with everybody around the room, buying beers for people. And
buying beers for everybody, yeah.
Yeah, that's how he was.
That's it.
Especially, if the place was doing good, then he made sure he was sharing the wealth, right?
Yeah.
Like, he was not one to – he'd say, hey, you guys want to go for dinner? Like, let's go to the casino, and I'll buy you guys dinner.
Right. So what's Joe looking at? Do you play
Soft
straight across?
Spin the 3 across. Yeah. That's what he doesn't want to do.
Well, do you play the 3 soft and try to play into the 8 and push the 8? That'll leave you on the 4 or the 2.
Bit high risk.
A very high risk.
Yeah, but also coming across towards the side pocket is a bit high risk too. What he doesn't want is too much angle on the 2 to get to the 4. That would be tricky as well. So he's going to shoot the 4 first, try to get better angle on the 3.
Oh, he's underhit it.
Yeah, he's got a worse angle on the 3.
It.
Now he's like banking the 3 or doing something completely different. Does he have anything?
Nope. He's got a back bank.
Super thin this ball in is what he's going to do.
Man, that's going to send that 8 ball flying.
Yeah, but doesn't really have much else,
Yeah.
Nowhere to hide. I mean,
no.
Not enough soldiers on the table to win this game against a wizard like Allen.
No, I agree. I was watching Allen practice and run a couple of racks.
He's going to hand this mistake from Allen in the first rack right back, it looks like. I hate it when that happens. Joey says she misses him too. Yeah, I hope you guys are remembering him this week. I tried a lot to play like that. The pressure out there's got unreal at sometimes, but you just try to remember Len would just want everybody to have a good time.
Yeah, he's going to have to put a stroke on this.
Oh, man, this is
that thin. He's going to have
shot.
To
I
fire
think
it.
He makes it. It's just like, where does the cue ball go?
He missed it.
I would have favored him to make the pot. But yeah,
he wouldn't have liked where.
Well, if he pots it, he's not there, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because I'm guessing he hit it thick.
Just a touch.
Yeah, so if he makes it, then cue ball's going to be like either more tied to the 8 or just a little less and freed up. But okay, let's see what Allen can do here. Try to square this up.
Well, I mean, if you're Joe, you kind of have to expect that sometimes. Where listen, you're not going to run every rack. I don't think that's reality. I know he wants to, and he's playing for that.
Yeah, and
Allen's got himself a little funny. Might have to take the 14 here.
Sometimes at Joe's level, you figure you can go like 2, 3, 4 matches without making a really glaring error like that. And he did. When he shot the 4, he came up a mile short on the 3.
Yeah.
Not only that, but he chose to shoot the 4 first when he could have shot the 3, which I'm with him on the choice. I think the 4 was the right shot. It's just
it just didn't come out enough.
But sometimes, he would think, I can go like 3, 4 matches without making an error like that. So he'll be bothered by that a little bit. But you're right, he's got to shake it off quick. He'll wait for the next chance.
Well, and you have to expect it. Yeah, I mean, and anybody who's played in a tournament knows this, right? The deeper you go, the tougher the competition gets. And Allen's not going to roll over. He's going to look to counter.
And Joe's not a robot.
No.
He's human too.
He's human.
Somebody said to me earlier, are you nervous? I was like, of course. If you're not, then let's check your heart rate.
Yeah, right.
Like I missed the ball. He's like, are you nervous? Yeah, you think?
I missed it by a mile, of course.
Wow, like, come on, man. If you weren't, then you're not in it for the right reasons.
That's right.
But of course, I'm nervous out there. I want to win.
It's the difference between high caliber and whether you're talking pool, basketball, football, doesn't matter.
Anything.
Right?
Yeah.
The higher caliber athlete will always tell, yes, I get nervous, but it's how you handle those nerves. That's your difference.
Even people at a job, like you're installing the siding and stuff, you're up there on that ladder, you better believe you're nervous. Even though you've done it all the time.
Yeah, of course.
You're still going to be nervous.
Yeah.
And
I don't look like I'm nervous, but I can tell
it's
you.
just like a pool player.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're just like, you hold it in well and you're experienced at it, and so you just hold it together, right?
Yeah. I've had so many times I've been up on a wall and high up.
Yeah.
Right? 30, 35 feet in the air, and helpers are going, aren't you nervous up there? Yep. I try not to think about it, though.
Joe Bordelot wants to know, can somebody post a bracket link?
Yeah, it's
no,
pinned.
his one, it won't work. David Wilson's won't work. But Joe, just go to your browser, open Digital Pool, click on tournaments, and then search the heading at the bottom of the scoreboard there, 3rd Annual Len Sbitney, and it'll just come up. Super easy to find.
Yeah. And
I know the link is easier, but All right, shout out to this guy who got 5th, 6th in the tournament this year. Played awesome, only losing to Joe Spence near the end. He went on an awesome run, but
he went on a tear.
But look at how sweet this Toyota is, and you want to get your hands on one, maybe just give it a test drive even.
Right? Such a good-looking vehicle.
Yeah,
I'm really, really curious what that inside looks like.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Might not even buy one, but I might just book a test drive just to see how it feels, and you know, maybe that'll be the next vehicle.
There you go. Toyota Red Tag Days coming up April 1st.
Especially because, you know, Mikey will hook me up.
Of course. Oh, there you go. I clicked on David's and it works for me.
Works for some, but not for others. Allen with the second ball break. I like it.
Interesting. A little muddier, but interesting.
He can work it out.
Oh, this is workable. 4 ball is a little challenging. I'd probably go low ball.
Yeah, because what's the opener on the high ball anyway?
Yeah, none.
All right, you got nothing. Zilch. If the
Probably
12
the
went,
5
you
ball.
might shoot that, but I don't think it does, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't go in the
I don't think so.
right? So, yeah, you're like on the 3, the 5. You don't have a lot for
Probably
stripes, so
gonna
you got to
start
find a
with
solid.
5, yeah.
Yeah, the 5 looks good. It's up
Play
there
the
by
5,
the 1.
bump the 1 towards that bottom left-hand corner.
Man, this is a tricky out. This is tricky stuff. This is what you get when you break second ball, and I don't mind it. I don't mind the work and just find a good pattern, but you know, you can see the difference with Joe's break, where he gets a nice wide open spread, and the pattern is easier to find. He doesn't want to make that ball 2.
No, time saver.
Speaking of 2, he's on the 2.
He's on the 2, yeah. Or the is he on the 3? I don't think so. Maybe just the 2.
Yeah, I don't know if the 3 passes, but
he's going to limit. Yeah, he's going to limit his options here to get onto the 4, because I think you have to take the 2 and play the 7 next.
Yeah. And now the 4 is going to be last. And how do you get to the 8?
Right, and then you got to try to break out or get onto the 4, only using the 3 ball.
Oh, yeah, and sorry, didn't answer Len V's question in the YouTube there. How big of a room does he need for a 7-footer in your home? Yeah, best to go to, like, there's a Brunswick site. Will give you the exact dimensions, or even just Google it.
Yeah.
And
I like,
because I don't want to quote it.
Myself, I like a minimum of 5 feet on all sides.
Yeah.
So if you take the 7-foot table, add 5 feet on each side, the room length should be a minimum of 17 feet.
Yeah.
Right? Width-wise, minimum of 13 and a half feet, 14 feet.
Yeah. Okay, what's he got now? The 7, and then the 3, and then...
yeah. 7.
Man, how do you get on the 4?
I don't know.
Does like, obviously the 3 doesn't pass the 11, right? Because he'd be shooting it now and moving stuff, right?
No, I don't think 3 passes.
He's got to come around off 3 rails here and get below the 3.
Yeah, and then draw into the 11.
Pray that he has an angle to do something to get on the 4. This is really, really difficult.
That 3 has to go.
Yeah, well, if it does, then he can play with some inside juicy juice and try to get over into the 11, bump the 4. Like, this is a lot to ask for.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the rack.
I don't... if the 3 went there, I don't understand why he took... I don't know.
Probably should have shot it before, but I don't know how good the option was to move stuff. Yeah, only he knows.
Yeah. Well, based on the angle I saw, I thought he could have, if the 3 goes, just take the 3, roll into the 11.
Yeah, that's what I thought before, too. Yeah. It looks like this must go, but it's got to be like half a pocket. It can't be that big of a pocket, right? Oh, he had a huge pocket. And now he's got nothing.
Massive. Yeah, now he's a kick.
Kicking, yeah, that's correct. Kicking.
Well, and he made the last one. He's kicking like a mule.
That's what I was just thinking, too, is you don't count him out on a kick shot anymore. That other one was way harder than this one.
Yeah.
This one is like, you're kind of near it. So, I mean, he's going to get close here. I tell you what, if he kicks this in, too.
That'll be sick.
This is just, he's going to get close for sure. Watch this. Oh, he hammered it. I would have never guessed he'd hit it at that speed.
No, not at that speed.
That didn't seem necessary.
No.
Like he's trying to get closer to the 8 or something?
No, there's no need.
No, you don't need to, man.
No
you
need.
Kick that in, you just make the 8 from anywhere. It's fine.
That
You're going to have a shot on the 8.
Well, it should be a pocket weight shot, right?
I thought at a softer speed gives you a better chance to read the kick.
Yep.
But that's just me.
Yep.
And yeah, like
our
Gideon
opinions
says,
are worth what you paid for.
He had no insurance balls and he left it too late. But it just ended up that kind of pattern.
It's that.
Where he
kind
just,
of the rack.
Yeah, he almost had nowhere to go. Weird start to this match because the last match started with just firepower, run out after run out, and these guys can't hold the first 3 serves.
Yeah, it was
very strange.
It was last match was 2 racks apiece that were run out before
the first
we saw
4 racks,
yeah,
before anybody flinched. And even then, I think, like, talked to Randy, I said, you only made 1 mistake. Got jacked up over a ball, he said.
Yeah.
And, well, that's not hard to do on the 7 foot because there's stuff in the way, you know. And then dry break, that was it.
Yep.
But Joe did what he needed to do, which he's doing here too. He'll get on the stripe on the right side rail next, and then that one.
11 ball.
11 ball near the top right.
Oh, he's going 11 first.
The out ball, you'd think. Maybe
Very
not.
Very interesting.
And you see the little shake of the head. He was trying to get to the 12, I think.
6 of 1, really. I mean, here he can just draw off that top rail. And
the 8's, and the 8's pretty close to the hole, right? So I don't think it's an issue.
Well, and Joe can shape up that 8 ball really from anywhere on the table.
I got perfect here. You just go forward off the second rail.
Yep.
Perfect. And then he's going to be braking to really take control. And what are the odds he lets another break slip, right? Slim.
Yeah, could have done that too, right? Played a claim your prize and then play a chess match.
So here's the thing, Jaworski. You want a chess match, Joe?
I don't. That's also a very good point, right?
People say all the time, oh, who are you playing next? Oh, it doesn't matter. You're just playing the table. No.
Yep. It matters.
You got an opponent there, and you better recognize him because it should be a small factor in what shots you take. And that's a good example.
Yep.
I think, personally, I'm playing Joe, and I'm going for it there. I'm not going to outmove Joe too much. And I got a lot of self-belief, but this guy moves good, man. He moves really good.
Yeah. Yeah, your odds of outthinking Joe on the chess matches,
or any
not a high percentage.
Or any top player, you know.
Yeah.
And like, if you think you're just gonna wait for him to make a mistake,
Yeah, yeah.
Think again.
Probably not gonna happen.
Shout out to Tony Haynes and Lackno Billiards Pro Shop, LacknoFurniture.com. You check him out there. He's a diamond dealer. And they've been in business for 25 years, servicing pool tables, selling cues too. They got a large selection of cues, tables. And if you need your cloth done, seems like the guy to me.
Uh-oh. There's the first dry break we've seen from Joe.
Nothing went?
Nada.
No, man, that's
rare.
This could be 4 racks in a row to start this match where the breaker loses the game. What? And that's not, you know, he came out dry as a pressure. No, just luck. A little bit of luck there. Yeah. Maybe just didn't quite get the rack he was looking for.
Maybe he took a little off because he's been just crushing.
Didn't look like he took any off to me. Hammered that one.
But listen, this is still not a gimme rack, right? No. 12's in trouble, 6 is in trouble.
And pressure, because down 2-1 here. You don't want to be down 3-1 to Mr. Spence, that's for sure.
A ball hurts my head too much. You know what? It's one of the things that you hear all the time. Oh, get off the kiddie table, go to the big boy table, play on the 9-foot. And my opinion, they both have their goods and their bads. They both have their positives and their negatives, and both have, in my opinion, a use in the sport. Because trying to play 8-ball on a 7-foot table with 15 balls, you better control that rock.
Well, it's definitely a challenging game.
for sure.
Certainly. And that's what it's about. It has its different challenges, like you said.
That's
it's
it.
kind of like where on the 9 foot, the potting is really a premium, you know.
Yeah.
And you got to have the big strokes. You got to come with the big shots, moving
Yep.
stuff like crazy around, slinging it around. But here it's about the small shots and the patterns. And he went for a big shot there. It didn't work out at all. This dry break from Joe might not have been the worst thing he could do.
Joe Spence for president. Well, I can tell you, wouldn't do worse than who we've currently got in Canada.
Yeah. There ain't too many good presidents around nowadays.
Yeah.
The president of Canada. Maybe we need one of those.
We definitely do.
It's not working out with this prime minister
it's
stuff.
not working out. We need a president.
Okay, well, he's got the 5, but he's not shooting it yet because
Well,
the 6 ball is in jail, and he'd rather leave this 5 for an option later on if he can.
Yeah, it kind of went from out of the frying pan into the fire, so to speak.
Well, so how do you like the safeties? Jaworski, he's going to play one here. That's what he shaped up. He wanted to combo this ball in and stop the cue ball right on top of the 13.
Oh, I don't know that that's going to work.
Tried to touch it in. You know what happened was he rolled like just a bit too far.
Yeah.
If he went straight in on the 6, then he could just stun it and freeze on the 13.
Yeah.
This is still not that easy for Joe. I mean,
13 goes to the side. I think he can, well, maybe not. Looking at the camera view, I thought he had the 11 from the far side.
I think from underneath maybe.
Yeah. Even then, it's still tricky.
You know, there's a
Trying to
crazy
get the cue ball
shot
out
there
of there.
too where he could like draw into the 6 to make the 11. But where does the 13 go? And what's he on next, right?
But you know what? I actually like that shot because that trouble later is not something I want to deal with. He's just going to make the 5. Oh, maybe not.
He was
He's
trying to
way
make the
out.
5. And Jaworski, you're right, man. You're absolutely right. Sometimes with you got to weigh your own percentages too, right? So for everybody, it's a little different. For Joe, trying to run that tough rack would be higher than for me trying to run that tough rack. Maybe the safety is better for me than it would be for Joe. Maybe it's, you know, for you, Jaworski, yeah, maybe in that situation, it's low percentage to run out. Safety's the right play, you know.
Yep.
Allen's been on absolute fire. So I don't blame him for trying to run out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just been getting it done in this tournament. And sometimes that's a factor. It's like playing poker, you're on a heater.
Oh, yeah.
You're just folding.
You're not even
like,
folding 7 deuce.
You don't even. It's suited, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to hit a flush. I'm all in.
Right?
4-bet.
You can't outmaneuver me when I'm running good.
So, like, Allen's
Yeah,
been
he
running
keeps,
good, man. So why are you going to play safeties when you're running good? How about just keep firing the balls in because everything's going your way?
Yeah. Well, and, you know, you look at it now in this rack. Allen keeps kind of breaking one out and putting one in.
Yeah,
Out of the
does the
frying
one
pan
go
into
now?
the fire.
Does
No.
the one go?
I think it's locked on top of the 12.
So how about just shoot full into the 1? Oh, what rail do you get, though? I was thinking just freeze on that stripe right there. You know, hit the 1 full, freeze on the stripe. But where are you getting a rail? Because you're sending the 1 maybe into the 8.
Yeah.
Might get a rail with the 8 in the side pocket. That's not the one you want. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Allen's been amazing this tournament. He beat some big names. Yeah, Josh Watt, you nailed it, buddy. Man, is he on a tear.
Oh, he's taken out some monsters.
This has been impressive to watch.
Oh, smart.
Well,
That's a smart shot.
you know what he wasn't trying to do was go off the 13 to play that safety. He's trying to go straight into the 6, but he overcut it by quite a bit.
He did. And Joe's loving it. I mean, it's challenging for Joe, but he's just happy to be back at the table.
Yeah, you know,
Right after a missed shot the way he did, he'll take any shot.
I think he can get help from here.
I do too. It's challenging. 9
Well,
ball is going to be tough.
Can shoot this ball, and then the ball beside the one can kind of come across and maybe get him some shape on a bank.
Oh my
we
goodness.
gotta make that ball first. First step. So
Yeah.
now it's really about, does the one go?
Well, Alan's going to take care of that right now.
He's looking. Oh, and he looked quick. Sometimes you can tell by how long it takes him to look.
Good evening, Paul. Appreciate you tuning in as always.
I love all of Jaworski's retracted messages.
I know, right? Put something out. No, retract.
Never mind. That's like me when I'm trying to comment on, maybe like Dave Martin's Facebook post.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to write all this.
Send,
delete it all.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll just say that
Delete
it all.
Yeah.
And then I just close my Facebook window and go, okay, better left. Don't say anything. Mama said, you got nothing good to say.
Yep.
Don't say anything at all.
Interesting. Maybe that one has to go.
I think it does.
Right?
I really
because he was prime position to play the 5, break the 1.
He
right?
just looked at it, and the fact that he looked at it so quick, meant that it definitely goes. When's the next tournament?
Next weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Weekly here at the Leather Pocket.
Sonia liked my Dave Martin comment, I think. Dave's Facebook posts are tough sometimes.
Do you know why she's laughing? It's because she does exactly the same thing.
Guaranteed. We all have.
I've done it many, many, many times.
You know what would be funny? Because I'm looking at him right now. He's sitting here watching the match. If he had his phone in front of him with the volume on, that would just make my day.
That's right. See, Sonia says truth.
Josh wants to go back to a 3 now in the weekly tournaments. We run like handicap tournaments. Josh just been winning so much. Everybody's crying the blues. He's too good. So he volunteered to go to a 4, which means he has to race to 4. Now he wants to go back. You can't go back.
No take backs.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that answers that. So the 1 has to go.
Oh, and he's got sweet on it, too. How good is that shot with the rest to land there perfectly?
Yep.
That's not easily controlled.
Where's the 8 going?
On the side. I think it goes comfortably in the side.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The bottom side here.
I see it. I was blind to it.
And to answer Joshua's question, just let me find my handy-dandy Alberta pool tournaments sheet here, where it has somewhat of a calendar. April, we've got a whole bunch of playoffs. April tends to be for like league playoffs. Then May is Vegas and a tournament in Edmonton. And then in June 13 to 15, we're going to have the Hope for a Cure Huntington's fundraiser here at LP.
Yep.
So that'll
be
the
the
next.
be here for that one.
Yeah, that'll be the next LP one. In June.
Maybe I'll play in that one.
June 13 to 15. And then at the end of June, we're going to have the Canadian 9-Ball Championship. Last weekend of June.
Yeah, I think I'm going to play in the Huntington.
You should. You fit on a team well with the way your Fargo is. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah. Not like me, where I can't. Got to finagle some stuff to get in there, play with some 400s. Hey, Josh, what are you doing that weekend? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's been a little bit scrappy here in this match, a stark contrast to the last match.
Nobody's
the last
held
match
serve.
was a little bit of a freight train going through town.
Nobody has held serve here. I mean, and yeah, Sonia, you nailed it. Great cause that needs all the support. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I love that you love that too, because Georgios is such a good friend of mine and such a good person.
He's so passionate about it.
Yeah. He's a good person with a kind heart.
Break.
This is not going to be good. Oh, man, what's going on here? If Joe gets out here, this is crazy. This is the craziest start to a semifinal I've ever seen alternate break 8-ball. This could be 5 racks in a row with the non-breaker winning the rack.
6 is a challenge, though. 6 or 11, depending on which way you go.
Oh, yeah, I'm
10
sorry.
ball.
Josh is not a 400 anymore. He's a 503. He's in the 500 club, my guy.
There you go. Holy. by 1 point. Congrats. Those are the best kind of matches. Those are the ones that get your heart rate going.
Crazy, eh? So here, Josh brings up a good point. If you're going to play that team tournament that weekend, you're here.
Yeah.
I'd already thought about this because the last time we played a team tournament, Jared got sick. We had Dylan.
Yeah.
I'm just going to find Dylan and one other kid.
Nice.
Well, it's just a fundraiser tournament.
Yeah, of course.
Perfect time to get them some reps in, get their blood flowing, and get them the itch for the game, right? Because he got a deadly itch for the game after that. Oh, yeah. He already had one, but now he wants to, like, compete.
Yeah.
Not just play, he wants to compete. There's a difference, right?
Yeah.
And my other teammate in there in the YouTube, Martin Kale, he says, I'm taking Ethan this year. Yeah, Ethan's tough, man. On the bar box, he's good for his Fargo. I love that.
Well, I think I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. Why not?
Yeah, there's going to be some teams that would love to have you for sure. Dylan and Denzel. Yeah, I might do something like that.
Oh, that's huge.
I bet you Denzel would love that too. So
yeah.
Don't tell him yet. Don't anybody tell anybody yet because, I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, I got to ask my son first if he wants to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
kind of a prerequisite.
Maybe
there.
Dylan and Ryder because they would just have a blast,
Yeah, they would.
And it is about fun, you guys.
Okay, what's Joe going to do here?
Let's see if Joe can have some fun. Get out here. 10's
going to be trouble. 11's trouble. So do you take the 9, then take the 12, take a run at breaking out that 11 ball? Right? You're not guaranteed anything.
That's the problem. No insurance.
Yeah.
We saw that earlier with Allen trying to break stuff out with no insurance.
I think he's in that same spot, right? Just the way that the table lays. You got to kind of take a flyer.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I mean, at this point, what are you going to do?
Well, you could kind of come around it and shoot the 11 in the same pocket.
That is true.
And sometimes, like...
And Joe can pick that window.
Yeah, and when you're playing, like, lots of one pocket, stuff like that, your cue ball control becomes unreal for little shots like that, getting short side on balls.
Nice take on the 10 there.
And has he missed one of those the whole tournament? He's really good at that little shot. Watched him play some awesome ones.
Can he make, you know what? He can get to the 11 off the 13. Right? If he takes the 14, kind of punches forward a bit, gets the right angle on the 12, draw up the table, just about a diamond and a half up from that top left-hand corner. 13 goes into that side pocket and punch over to the 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at that for a second, too. I thought, like you just try to get short side on that 11. You might not have to move it. But how about this? Maybe he can just punch into it now, too, right?
Yeah,
why not?
He's got the 12 as a safety.
Perfect.
That's a smart way.
Looks good to me. Joey wants to know, are all the fundraiser tourneys like this big players? No. You'd be lucky at the fundraisers with the 1,800 three-man Fargo cap that you get one of me.
Yeah.
I'd take up like half of the cap.
Well, he is close to the work here. This gets awfully tough to see the angle that you need.
Well, the other problem is sometimes the 11 just bounce out a little too much, and then you get a real thin one. Oh, that's perfect. That's great. He's okay. Two rails.
Back and forth. Forth and back.
He's good at this shot.
Yeah, he is.
I saw him play this like when he didn't need to use the second rail, so he likes it. He likes it.
He's dead perfect.
I'm liking it.
He's perfect. Wow, what an out.
Oh, this was a good one. This was a tricky one that he made look not so tricky.
Yeah, made it look routine.
Nice, man. That was real nice. Joe Spence going to try to get this serve held down, man. You could see him mumble to himself okay, let's go win on our break here.
Right, get something moving.
Shout out to my man Nick with Nick's Q Innovation. Been house all weekend. Awesome guy.
Really is. Salt of the earth kind of guy, and I'll tell you, if ever you have any repair work for anything you've got, be it a tip, shaft, whatever it is that you need, Nick is the man that will get it done and done right. Not only done right, but fairly priced. And you don't have to be from here in order to use him. Just ship him over your stuff and he'll get back to you. And Josh says, best jumper for sure. Because it's not just cue repair work. He's got his own jump cue, I believe his own breaking cue. Carbon fiber. Hey, Joe makes a ball. Makes a ball. I think the only shot he's got is on the 1. I think the 6 blocks him from the 12. Right? And do you really want to take high ball with the 9 ball being where it's at? He's giving it the one-eyed wink for something. Maybe he is on the 12.
Yep, the 12 goes.
Do you want it, though? Do you want it?
The 3-5 is the trouble,
3-5 is trouble, but your 7's there to break those apart.
Oh, and then the 8's the real problem,
Yeah, that's true.
Because you'd probably be shooting like the 1 right away.
Yeah.
And you kind of need that to get on the 8, right?
Yeah. Oh, he was looking if the 10 passed.
Oh, you recognize this. Wow, how good is this
yeah,
now?
no doubt.
I like this comment from Hamza in the Facebook. Says, one time Joe ran a 6-pack on me with my break cue. I believe in the eye of the tiger in Joseph. That sounds like the Joe I know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man.
That is the Joe Spence we know.
These Prince George kids, I'm talking about like Steven and Joe.
Oh, nice little rub, Joe.
One time I come in and Steven's playing left-hand against Johnny.
Wow.
Playing 10 ball on the 9-foot. Johnny says, he just ran a 3-pack. And I was like, lefty? That's sick, man. And then I watch him break. He broke lefty, too. He hit the break like King Kong lefty.
I'll tell you
Steven
what.
break, lefty. Boom. And ran out 3 racks in a row. Every shot lefty. Oh, my God.
I'm calling it right now. With the way Joe strutted through that. Sorry, Alan.
Sorry, Alan.
You're gonna
look out, Eric.
Yeah, you're going to run into a freight train of Joe Spence.
Oh, look out, Eric Orlifson. If I'm him, I'm watching that going, okay, yeah, look out.
Yeah.
Let me go warm up.
Right.
I'm going to get my glove on.
Yeah.
Get my chalk ready. Because he's coming.
Oh.
And if you're
power walked through that.
If you're Alan right now, you need to just do what you can do. Make a ball here, try to get out.
You have to find a way to slow down Joe Spence.
If you don't get out,
take him out of his rhythm.
If you don't get out here, it might be over already,
6 is in.
Yeah, he got a ball, but again, he's going to have this tricky little out because he's breaking second ball. I don't hate it. It's just that you don't have that duck out like Joe had.
Yeah.
Not that it was a duck out. It's that he played a really good first shot that got him a duck out.
That's
right?
it. Yeah.
But Allen doesn't really have that. He's going to have to play like 5 good shots, right?
Yeah. But he's honestly, he is probably the, I don't want to say
one of the best.
Yes, one of the best at working out these patterns.
For sure. Such a good mind for the game, And we mentioned it earlier, too. Another thing I like about Allen, even if there was no dress code, dude would show up with his shirt tucked in and some classy attire. He doesn't dress like a bum, Joe the same, right? Joe's going to wear like if it's a big tournament with no dress code, Joe's dressing like dress code because it's a big tournament, right?
Well, and I think for guys like Joe that go out and they play in, some of the big pro events, you kind of want to acclimate to playing in those clothes.
You really do.
Right?
The shoes are a big one, because, you can see Joe wearing the dress shoes, probably trying to break them in before he gets to some big events, right?
Yeah.
So you want to be wearing them, right?
That's it. Play how you practice and practice how you play.
Yeah, absolutely. And keep it classy out there is nice too, right? The game needs to be classed up. I know Jam Up's always working on that, trying to, make the game better, and that's a big part of it. Is if we're just dressed like in a ripped T-shirt and jeans every time, that's not good.
It's been my goal, and I know with Damien his goal as well, to really just elevate the sport. Let's get it to a point where we're at least dressing like a professional sport.
Dress the part, man. Dress the part.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's got this to a spot now where he can almost pick this apart without moving a ball. How awesome is this, right? He's on the 1 now, and that can lead him to the 4, the 3, he doesn't have to move anything. I would have never guessed that looking at the table at first glance.
Well, does the 1 pass the 4, though?
No.
Or sorry, 1 past the 7?
I don't know if it does, but it maybe goes on the side. So he might maybe need to just touch a ball.
He might actually play to the 12 and take the 3 next to the this corner.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
he just touched that stripe and opened up the 4 beautifully to the side.
Yeah.
And now it's a stop shot to get on the 3. How sweet is that? Because that 3 was in a tricky little spot. Yeah, a lot of it, and that's a good comment too. Like some of it's attitude towards your peers. I like that you bring that up. Respect towards your opponent.
Yeah.
Show up looking like a bum. It's like, oh, I don't even care about you. Who are you?
Yeah.
I'll beat you dressed in my, street clothes. I don't even need to wear, I'm breaking in these shoes while I'm whooping you. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, try to dress like you were going to play at the U.S. Open or something, right?
Well, and I mean, if you pay attention at all to Jam Up and kind of some of the things that we've released and then retracted and so on and so forth, we're kind of market testing a little bit when we do that. I think, and my opinion's probably a little biased, but I think we've got one of the best jerseys on the market, period. And from there, we just build on it, right? So now jackets, hoodies, T-shirts, we'll get into dress pants, we'll get back into shoes, right? And
look at how he hits this. Sorry to cut you
perfect.
off.
No, you're good.
Inside juice with the bottom. Oh, mamma mia. That was a good shot.
That was a great shot. Right? And pick this rack apart, like we said, right? But, I mean, we've released shoes in the past and did a little quick market test with them, and we know that they're viable. We did hear back from, certain customers that they want them to be as unique as the Jam Up jerseys and not look like Nike and Adidas. So we took that into account.
Absolutely, I like that.
That's what we're searching for now. Is we want it to be unique, the same as our jerseys and everything else. And then the pants are coming, and we want to be able to do it from head to toe.
Yeah. No, I love the direction Jam Up's always been going in, and they're always being innovative. Try to up the game.
Yeah, well, I think we deserve it, right? Not only as players, but as a sport, as an industry. If we want to be taken seriously like the other sports, we should probably dress the part.
I like this comment from Sean Carroll too. Is we should take the cell phone. So Sean, you should play a tournament at LP that Larry runs.
Yep.
Larry runs most of our tournaments, but that's a rule. You can't be on your phone.
Yep. Joe going to take a quick little break.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. He looked like he was just ready to go, but I thought that would be a good time for a break at 4-3. It is kind of like the middle point of the match. If you were going to take a break, now's the time. Don't wait till later.
Yeah. I would agree.
Speaking of Jam Up, you want to try to run that commercial quick?
Yeah, why not?
Let's hear from the man.
Let's hear from the man himself.
When we first started, I literally was just selling T-shirts out of the trunk of my car as a hobby. So fast forward to now, we have tens of thousands of customers from all over the country, even all over the world. One of my favorite things to do as the owner and founder of Jam Up is to walk around and engage with our customers and actually see the result of all of our hard work and how it translates to their experience. I love walking into pool rooms. I love walking into tournaments and seeing people wearing our apparel and just going up to them and thanking them for their business and asking them how their experience was. What can we do to be better? And then what's so gratifying to me is the thankfulness that they have, right? And the fact that they tell me my experience was great. I love this shirt. I'm going to buy more shirts in the future. I want to tell everybody about these shirts. To me, that's just the greatest feeling in the world. It just tells me that the work that we're doing is actually making a difference. For me, Jam Up isn't just about apparel. It's about the people who actually wear it. It's about creating a community of people who are wanting to take the sport of pool into a new level and a new image. And we can't do that without the players.
And there you go. Gives us a little bit of insight into the mind of Mr. Damien Pongpanic. He is the original. He's the man with the plan, came up with Jam Up. I've probably been 5 or 6 years now with being a partner in Jam Up. And I agree, Elaine. Earbuds, anything. Just gotta go. Can't have it. Right, but I had the really unpopular opinion, and on some things I guess I still do. Unpopular opinion on the industry and ways to improve it. But it's funny because you'll see or hear more often than not where, oh, this has to change, and we got to do this, and we got to do that. And then you do that, and people are resistant to change. Audio on that was extremely low. Perfect. Duly noted, Laura. I will adjust for the next time. No sound on that ad. Okay, good to know. Just leave it up. We'll leave it up next time. Yeah, they'll get over it for sure. Right, same as my opinion on league fees. I think we need to double up on league fees. We've been paying $20 or basically $20 for 20 years. Yet inflation's gone up, cost of living's gone up, everything's gone up, and then we wonder, well, why is there no money in pool? All right, Joe back in the building. And you can tell, you can just tell by Joe's mannerism that he is looking to get down to business and just get things done. No more messing around, says Joe. Well, I'll tell you, Josh, with the number of monsters that Alan has taken out this weekend, you should probably see a fairly good jump on his Fargo rate. Was Nick in this tourney? He was. Won one on the A side and then went 2 and out. And the B side of this event, like there were so many monsters that went onto the B side fairly early. Klatt was on the B side fairly quickly. A few others that you would normally not expect to lose out right away, but that B side got real hard real quick. Ben will remember some of those other names that got punched out early and onto the B side real quick. I know Klatt was one of those.
Stan
Tarangelo.
Stan didn't make the money.
Yeah.
Nick Kruger,
Yeah.
2 and out. Brian Butler, it's out real quick. Man, tough action out there.
It was for this event, Ben and I were talking about this earlier, seemed to be a changing of the guard from what you'd normally expect to see in a tournament, normal finalists, so on and so forth.
Almost.
Yeah.
Until Joe finds his way there, you know.
Yeah, Eric too.
Yeah, Eric's been looking unstoppable, man.
Nice little punch into the one to hold position.
Mike Butler's a real notable one because what a 9-ball player Butler is. Like a super 9-ball player, so surprising to see him going out early. That tells you how tough it was out there. Brutal out there. Brutal over here right now. Like, how's Allen going to beat this guy? He's got to weasel his way out of this rack and then try to break and run one and get a lead here.
This one's been kind of a slugfest, and it certainly hasn't been a run-out session.
Only like
kind of a scrappy.
Only 2 held serves, right? Allen held in the last one, and Joe held in the one before. But out of the 7 racks, that's pretty low percentage for these guys. Usually it'd be the other way around.
How well is this going to lay up for the 15 ball? Because he's going to need that to get into that 11-12 now.
Yeah, he needs to move them, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But I think this safely goes into the 11
and
kind of leaves you on the 12. It's hard not to be on the 12 after that. But you also got that nice insurance over the side pocket. You see he's not shooting that anytime soon.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. And then somebody said Eric, too. Vargas. There's another guy that didn't really make the cut, man.
Yeah.
And he's, like, working in here all the time. Selling pool room.
Well, and I noticed there's a stark contrast between Allen's game and Joe's game in the fact that Joe tends to not rearrange the furniture. But because Allen, with his second ball break, he's not really scared to rearrange furniture if he needs to.
He needs to.
Yeah.
Where Joe, like being the super seasoned 8-ball player, won a million 8-ball titles, he knows the best way to play 8-ball is to try not to move stuff. Good question there. Does the 8 pass the 5? No.
No chance.
Not from this view and not from the
you
table
could
view.
chop that 8-ball in half and it still wouldn't go.
Oh, he tried to move it.
Yeah, was trying to get it out there.
Man.
Still has another shot at it with the 11 here.
Well, in worst case, you use the 11 and just get short side. Yeah. That might be what he's doing now. Edwin was out early too, Derek Moore was out early-ish.
Yep.
But late last night. Sampson. What's Vino?
Some Grant guy was out early.
Some Grant guy.
That dude went 2 and out.
That guy had a tough draw. Jeff can be a tough cookie, and James just went on a tear against you.
God. James played like a god.
What are you going to do?
Nothing. Sit and watch, which is mostly what I did do.
That's right.
Yeah, there's another guy. Ben Francis didn't get into the finals.
Yeah, but
2 years running.
So as we rattle off all those names, I was like sitting here thinking, yeah, I'm pretty happy with 9 through 12.
Yeah.
Let's take that and run, eh?
Yeah.
It was tough out there. It was tough.
Oh, nice bump. Oh, what a shot.
Sweet, man. That was sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, he just hit that perfectly.
Super, super smart.
A bit aggressive, too, because not
ultra.
everybody's going to play that line. They're going to try to get shape on the 11 to drop short side on the 8. See how he, like, delayed the spin?
Yeah.
It was kind of like a stun follow.
But then the spin
And
kicks.
then the delayed. Yeah, that was sweet, man.
Wow, what a shot.
Looked even nicer the second time I watched it.
Where did Allen come from this weekend?
Yeah, been working hard, man. He's been working hard.
Well, to be
on
fair,
his game.
I have not been around to see much of anything, but I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and he's like always in the grease, you know? Like the guy just stays in action all the time, I think is a big one, too. Man.
Yeah. Wow.
Here's another guy that don't mind the grease, you know? Get in a little game here and there. I look forward to maybe playing him some one pocket coming up.
Absolutely.
He's a good thinker of the game. So, and another guy that just works hard on his pool game. So I bet you he works hard on becoming a better salesman too. He's probably always thinking about it. Takes everything he does very seriously.
Yep, I agree. And just all around a good dude to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. He said he's training for the marathon too. So that tells you like how serious he takes things, right? He doesn't really half do things.
Yeah.
Like if you're training to run the marathon, that means you're kind of all in on things. You know, you like to max it out and see what you're made of, and guarantees doing the same thing with the salesman. selling them cars.
Yeah.
Those beautiful Toyotas. Look, this time he got a nice spread.
There it is.
What happened there? Did he break head ball all of a sudden?
No, he got the second ball break he's been looking for.
What a time for that. What
Right, there was a time I had that second ball break dialed.
Eric's second ball break looks like this when he's hitting it good. I won't lie, I've had some that look like that too. I had one this year practicing for league. I made 7 balls.
Holy.
So it didn't look like this. It was like nothing in the way because there were only 8 balls there.
Dead duck out.
And I laughed after. I thought, if only they were all one suit.
Oh, that
would
would
shoot
be
the 8.
so crazy.
One time in my life, I want that to happen.
Yeah. Although you would lose in that scenario.
You have to claim.
Establish.
But isn't that the funniest thing?
Yeah. You'd have to run. If you sank all of one suit.
He says
off
the
the
8
break.
ball was in the wrong spot there. That'd be funny. I've seen it happen, like where they rack.
Oh, it was. Sure was.
Good eye, Sean Carroll.
No doubt.
Okay, so what ball was there? Because that's a factor, right? Let's watch when this ball moves out of the way. Which ball was
10 ball.
it? Oh, it wouldn't have mattered. Because it clears, it's not like it wouldn't have changed. So the 8's there where the 10 is instead of over there changes nothing. Other than his opening shot, maybe.
Yeah, because he took the 10.
I think he shot that ball first, yeah. Man, that's funny.
That is funny.
I'm going to have to tell Joe later. Like,
Yeah. You missed something.
he might want to keep an eye on this guy's rack.
Yeah.
I guarantee he didn't do that intentionally either. I know Alan so well. He would never do that
No,
intentionally.
for sure.
Yeah, that happens. I've done it.
Oh, I
Get
think
up
we've
there
all
and
done it.
like you're playing 9 ball. I wonder if he like racked the, or he racked the 10 in the middle. He plays a lot of 10 ball
Yeah.
too, right?
You know what's scary? We still have the final to come, or the final
The
to come.
final, man.
Yeah.
How good
How
is that
good
going
is
to
that?
be? Yeah, it's going to be great.
You get out of my head. Took the words right
Well,
out of my mouth.
And to be honest, it has the potential of being over in like half an hour the way Red is playing.
Yeah.
Or do we see a repeat of last year where the A finalist loses the first set like an idiot? No, I'm just kidding. It was me. And then gathers himself and comes with it in the next set.
There you go.
I got lucky. Like a complete loser, loses the first set. When's the next high-stakes, low-Fargo tournament? Man, it's funny how that's in the same sentence.
I know, right?
Not even going to answer that.
Yeah.
You're going to have to search
One
for
of these
it.
things do not belong in that sentence.
Yes, sir. I have no problem with them playing all these low Fargo tournaments. It's not for high stakes. That's a big problem. That's when people start sandbagging. What's Alan got here? Stun over. Oh, no, that's not a time to make a mistake, Alan.
Oh, no.
Alan, what'd you do, buddy? You were playing perfect pool, man. You finally got a wide open break.
Oh, my gosh. What
And you
happened?
miss a pretty routine pot.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he didn't have to work, and maybe that was the problem.
That's an absolute hanger for how he's been playing this week.
Yeah.
You really only think maybe a bit of nerves. He's thinking, I get out here, I'm only 2 away from the final. All of a sudden, I
No
might beat
doubt.
Joe, and there's all these thoughts. It's $2,500.
Yeah.
And, oh, my God, I might win $10,000. There's
Well,
pressure
this,
out there, right?
This game is for $2,500 difference.
This is a funny one from Derek. He watched a 9-ball tournament online and saw a guy rack the 9-ball in the wing and made it straight in, and it counted. Nobody noticed. That's fun.
Yeah.
Rack it on the wing and just see if anybody says anything. All right. Hit it. Boom. Go straight in the corner. Ah, what a break.
Wow.
Nick, I won't get into why can't recreational players be entitled to make big money. They can gamble each other all they want. It's when you put in a big tournament setting you see sandbagging. And if you want to say that you haven't seen anybody sandbagging to get in those tournaments, you haven't played much pool.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Especially if it's consistent and you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
well, we're going to run a low Fargo high
We're seeing
high
it
prize,
all the
right?
time now.
You'll see people in the pool hall playing Fargo Fair match that people are just dumping.
I see it all the time. I run the tournaments here all the time. People are like trying to finesse their Fargo constantly. Every time there's a tournament, they're finessing it.
Yeah. Well, and at the end of the day,
that's part of sport. It's not like
no.
I'm not saying we can get rid of it or anything, but we do have to be a little careful.
At the end of the day, though, if you're wanting to improve your game, I don't think the capped Fargo rate, high entry, high prize payout, it's not going to do it.
No. Definitely not. I always make the joke like, okay, because my Fargo's 758 right now. So, when's the next 759 and under tournament? Like that's just what it sounds like too.
Yeah.
That's not good. I didn't get good at pool by doing that. That's for sure. I was like, where's Edwin going next weekend? Let me go there and try to play the tournament. Hopefully I draw him at some point and learn something.
Yeah. Well, listen, and I'm not saying, Bryce, that you can't win, a decent chunk of change as a lower Fargo rated player. That's not really what we're saying.
Bryce came in there pretty much unrated, and he'd be the first one to admit this. Came in pretty much unrated, stole all the cash. Man, he knew he was a big favorite too, and I loved the way he played that tournament. Like just free, and the way he plays every tournament, just firing stuff in, and it was super fun to watch. But
of course.
But man, he knew he was robbing. Yeah, pretty funny. Okay, here we go. Joe Spence with this long 7 ball, but the 8 goes in there, bottom right.
No.
Yeah, he went over and looked real quick.
That 8 goes. No.
Bryce Bell.
Yoink.
So, Nick in the YouTube, refer to the Facebook chat. I'll tell you everything you need to know about those low Fargo tournaments.
He's trying to come under it.
Oh, it didn't go over there. He needs to
go
go heavy. It doesn't go on the side. It does not go by the 11. What a big moment. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you can't even bank it. The 11's in the way.
Unbelievable that it ended up there from, after Allen's miss, he made a big mess of getting out there. He was supposed to be out all day long, right?
Mm-hmm.
He might only have like the bank to the low left corner pocket on our screen here. Oh, he's going to try to just super ninja thin it in.
What's he doing?
He's
lining it up
cutting to the top left.
God, if he makes this. Nobody breathe. Don't move.
Oh, I can't even. This is too thin. Don't.
Oh, send the cue ball off the table much?
Oh, look out, man. Look out. Yeah. This is a bit wilder than I think.
Catches off that rail and boink over the end rail.
What about the bank into the low left? Like
higher percentage,
You got to jack up, but at least you're not just like sending the cue ball, Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
I knocked it out of the way.
It was in for sure. It was in, hey? But he's not going to care about that. He's going to care that he put himself there.
That's it. Yeah.
He's not going to care that he hit that shot pretty good and it didn't go in. He's just going to think, man, how did I end up there?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Casey. How are you doing? Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Yeah, this is, bat and cleanup here for Mr. Alan Wong to take a lead.
The pressure out there is getting real. You know what?
Oh, that cue ball kind of skidded a little bit.
I'd love to say it's a guarantee, but nothing seems to be a guarantee anymore at this stage. We might see a little of that in the final, too.
Some nerves take over.
Stuff might tighten up a little bit. I mean, we did see Big Red missing some balls early in the tournament, and that's when nerves are running high, too, right?
Yep.
Nerves going to run high early and in the end. So you never know. We might be in for a doozy in the final. Allen trying to get a rematch from the A final when he lost quite quickly to Red. Played pretty much perfect. Yeah, stop shot out from there. Yeah.
To take the lead here, wow. late stages. Allen's sitting exactly where he wants to be.
Joe to break next, I do believe. Yeah, it is Joe's break next. So, you know, he's going to just be trying to focus here and do what he can. He knows that Allen is hitting this second ball break. Might be a factor in Joe's mind here is like, I just got to run out here because the guy's not even hitting the break that good.
Well,
he's getting some tough outs, and let me back in all the time.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm far from out of it here.
Well, and if Joe can get this rack, make it 5-5, fade Allen's break, get that rack, he'd be breaking on the hill, or his hill.
Oh, I think we just figured out who Jay Money is in the YouTube chat. That 8 was a Jay Hampton cut shot. I love their YouTube chat names. They're my favorite.
Yeah, I'm not acclimated so much to the names on YouTube.
No, I would have never known who Jay Money is, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Allen's such a down-to-earth type of guy. Ball down for Joe.
Real passionate for the game. Look at this. Everything's tying up in the corner, but they're all free.
And he's got a shot on the 10.
They're all free. He's got a shot on the 2 as well.
Yep.
All the solids go.
Just 3 pass.
Kind of like that. Nice and close. Yeah, I think so. I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you look at the table. It looks like it's got quite a bit of room there.
That cut by Jay was sick.
Yeah. Jay's made some big shots, man. He let the whole room know it when he...
Oh, yes, he does.
Hampton will let you know when he made a shot.
Down for the 6, I would think. No. Holding for either the 7 or the 3.
Yeah, 7-3 looks good here.
Oh, yeah, because 5-6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you...
The 8, not ideal.
6 to 8's not.
Yeah, I'd rather like shoot the 3-7, get on the 6, and then use the 5 to get on the 8.
How do you get to the 6 unless he's got the right angle here on the 3?
Maybe right now. Use 7 to get on the 8. That's fine too. This would be okay. He's nice and close to the balls here, so that's when he can be in complete control.
Well, the 8 does slip past the 9.
Yeah, and to the side. That's what I was thinking too, right? Oh, yeah. So here he goes. He just shoot the 3, and he's on the 6.
Yeah.
Although, a little jacked up over the 8, and that's why you see him talking to himself. But the 6 to the 8 isn't that bad, right?
Yeah. No, it's not that bad.
You could shoot the 3 and then the 5 and then the 6, and that's fine. Yeah, it's probably what he'll do. He just would love if it was a bit easier. Paul Richens comment. These guys are funny. He says on the YouTube, it's funny Allen didn't place in the 650 and under tournament that I won a few weeks ago, but he's beating players in the 700s now. I'm also glad I didn't have to play him in the 650 and under.
Yeah. Manuel just tuning in. Who is in the A final? The name's on the stream. Alan Wang and Joe Spence.
Oh, in the A final, though, like in the final is Eric Ordison. Yeah, man, he got in a weird spot there. Did you see where he landed here?
I didn't. What happened?
Like he landed now he's trying to force past this ball, do some funny stuff. Like, man, he just landed in the worst spot he could, right? And he shot it pretty quick, to be honest, because look, he was jacked up over the ball too.
Why wouldn't
to a half a pocket?
Why not shoot the 6 and draw all?
I don't know if he could. Maybe it was too thin, too much of the rail first. Couldn't draw it while jacked up.
Yeah.
What a moment for Alan Wang here.
Wow, can go up on the hill.
Well, he could win without Joe shooting here.
Yeah.
Are we live on Facebook too, Christine? Yes, we are. We beat Rod to the punch this time, so we're live on Facebook too. For everybody tuning in, do us a favor, click the share button. We got lots more to this match yet, I have a feeling.
Yeah, it'll be a case of whether Allen, if he gets out here, can he hold nerves to close escrow?
So here's what I think's going to happen. He's going to get out here. Something funny's going to happen in the next rack.
Second ball break.
Joe's going to get that. Run the next one's going to be hill.
I want to see it.
And then I don't know, man. Then I'm taking my hands off the ropes there and see what happens. But
then it's Jesus take the wheel.
That's what I'm calling. I don't think Allen gets the job done next. I think there's more to it. Just seems to be the way the tournament's been going.
This match for sure. Match.
Yeah, this match exactly. That's another factor is like the way this has been going. You almost don't even favor him to get out here. But I think he is. I think he's
Allen's out here for sure.
The ball by his hand that you can't see right now. That's the only tough ball.
Yeah, he's going after it.
He tried to move it.
Uh-oh.
And this is when you can get in a bit of trouble.
Well, he's on the 11. He got a little fortunate there.
But running out of options now to get on that tough ball.
You might have to just take the medicine. Shoot that ball. Maybe you try to get onto it now. Get straight.
Underneath, even. As long as you have another ball after it that's not the 8. Yeah, you see he's not happy with himself here. You don't often see too much emotion from Allen. Usually keeps it bottled up pretty good.
He's usually pretty steady Eddie.
Oh, there you go, yeah. Tyson says, so proud of Allen Bubble T Wang and his play this weekend. Michelle and I decided to give him a new nickname. That is a good nickname for him. Bubble T. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, take your lumps and play for it now, probably. But the screen is showing the 11 is not that thin. I think it's super thin.
Oh, he's playing safe. He's going to try to move. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Joe's got the shot to make this 3 past the 11 and just draw to the side rail.
See Joe fly out of his chair there?
Yeah. I don't think that 14's blocking.
It didn't. It did not. Oh, maybe it did because he's looking at this side of it.
How does he get there, though?
He can still draw it over there off one rail. Shoot the
I
3 in the
suppose,
low right.
He's got the angle for it.
Low left, rather, and, come across it.
Yeah.
Worst case, it doesn't go. He even has the angle to move it. He can draw it with low right and move it. But, no, he's looking at coming across. This is such a big shot. Wow. I love Jaworski's comments. He's like, I would just take my lumps and shoot it now. And then he shoots a safety. He's like, I take that all back. I retract that statement.
Yeah. Well, you could do what Jaworski does. Just retract it.
That's what we do sometimes when we're playing. We're like, just kidding. That's not what I was trying to do. You guys thought I was trying to make that ball. Hey? Just kidding. Playing safe. Decided last second.
6 still goes if he gets to the short side.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking from where Joe looked, is it only goes from that one side. Otherwise, I think he'd soft draw this, and take a thin cut on the 6 just to ensure he had a shot.
Well, he could get overdrawn here and punch actually off the rail into the 6. That could happen.
And Johnny's surprised he didn't shape the 11. No, I'm equally surprised, Johnny. The last thing I thought he would do is roll the 14 onto the 6. Especially, who he's playing here. This guy can devastate you when you play a weird shot like that. It got there. I'm telling you, it got there. It's there, man.
I think he's got to go rail first.
They need a ref for this shot.
Oh, yeah.
I like that Joe's going to ask for it. And somebody needs to get a phone now, too, I think, man, and slow-mo this one. Eric's there.
Yeah, and he's got the phone.
Alan's like pointing at me, ref. I'm like, yeah, he's right there with this phone in his hand.
Got to go stand right there.
Oh, it's so brutal. I don't want to be the ref here. There's no way. That's why Alan pointed at me. I'm like, no.
No, you got to get over top of that, though.
Eric's over there. Man.
Good.
Oh, yeah. All day
good
long,
all day.
Baby. All day. What a shape shot to get to that ball.
It's good.
Unbelievable. Never hurts to double check that little slow.
Oh, that's
it is a bit
good
close.
all day.
Yeah. Alan says, no, it's okay. I believe you.
I could tell just by the ball reaction.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, it looked clean all day long. What a stroke to get there, though. Like, that wasn't the shot.
Yeah.
It was the shot before, man. Well, mamma mia, what a shot.
Wow.
And
what a steal.
And that shot was not easy either.
Wow. It's back and forth.
Holy smokes.
In rackets back and forth.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. What a finish there. That was, but you want to know my real thought on that was real slip up by Allen there.
Yep. Yeah.
In more than one way.
Yeah. You were given the golden opportunity.
Man, you just got to find a way to run out there.
That's
You don't play that little safe against Joe unless it's a sure 1,000%
yeah,
thing.
whatever a ball it was on the rail, like Andrew says, you take your lumps, man.
And because even
Shape
if he froze that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8 was in the right spot that time. Good call, Elaine. But even if he froze that, Joe can still break it out or kick into it, freeze you up on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can happen good there.
Speaking
for Joe,
nothing good happened here. What happened on this break? He hit it hard and nothing really spread out. And Hamza's like, never, man. The eye of the tiger. This guy will run packs with the break cue on you.
He's got the heart of just unreal championship.
Yeah, that was great. And you know what? We talk about
hold your nerves after you make a shot.
That's what I was just gonna say. Is like, we talk about like the 2 shots, right? And he's on the 6, perfect. How about the 8?
Yeah.
From the rail after you just made those 2, and your blood is just flowing.
Yep. Oh, Joe might get dirty here though.
He had no choice here because he had no good way to shoot a low ball.
Didn't get there, though.
No, but
not
that's
where he
okay.
wanted to be.
I mean, here you go. I'd give the guy ball in hand and say, here you go. You run out. You run out, and I'll just sit here and watch you break out 6 balls.
Well, 9's in trouble for Joe.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That's why he's playing safe right away.
Safe early.
Because there's no more making balls till you figure out that 9.
Oh, of course, yeah. He's not going to be happy he played that safety. Maybe not that he played the safety. He didn't get the safety where he wanted it to be.
That's right.
Right. Had he executed and got that ball in front, it's a different story.
Even then, he left Joe the angle on the 3 to draw
totally.
and break it out with spin. Joe let up on the spin there.
Oh,
he
totally
could have got into it if he needed to.
Yeah, he hit it perfect.
I think he made a mistake there. But it's easy to do that. And the other factor is a bit like, the pressure's so high. I have a 1-game lead. Put it on my opponent a little bit to figure it out. Like, let's see if he can hold his nerve and come with a big shot. But I don't know if you're, want to let Joe do that. I wonder if Joe can come with a big shot here. But against most players, that's what you do because the pressure's so high.
Of course. I was just reading Bryce's comment. It made me laugh. Bryce dumb. Bryce tried to run it out.
I like how you read it in that voice. Yeah, Bryce dumb. Bryce tried to run it out. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I miss you, Bryce. Oh, that was a gooder.
And, it was the shot before, too, Gideon. You're right.
Yeah.
It wasn't all about, the safety. Shot before, he hit a little funny, landed in a goofy spot.
Yeah. I think you still got to stay aggressive. He
made
had
a
the
funny
back cut
choice.
on, I think it was the 11, right?
It was the 11, yeah.
That's going to make me laugh for a little bit. Bryce dumb. Bryce tried to run it out.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the winner of this rack wins this match.
Yeah.
Joe breaking next.
Look
Are
at
you
this
kidding
safety.
me? How good
look
is
at
that?
Safety.
He banks the ball onto Allen's ball
gross.
and gets underneath. That might be the shot of the match. I tell you what, that was good.
That is smart.
He drew with inside. He had a little touch of inside on this. Get it over there. You couldn't just hit it with bottom.
Super smart.
He hit it with like a little flick of left.
See, and it's
God.
those little shots, right? Those are, I mean, golden nugget type of info.
A little flick of right is what he used there. A little right spin,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it is easy to say looking back, right?
Oh,
Hindsight's always 20/20. But what a shot. Look at this. What an answer.
no, he didn't call it.
No?
Yeah, he didn't call it. And that's a
why-
big
why
problem.
would
Well,
you
because he
not?
doesn't want to make it. Because what's he got with the 5-2?
Yeah, I suppose.
Right?
Well, he's going to end up under the 14 here.
Well, you know what? Joe's going to, like, try to find ways
Oh,
to
he's
make
gonna
his other balls,
yeah,
too, right?
Push that ball over the corner, right under the 14.
That's right. Now he's got nice cover.
Yeah.
But what he needs to do is push another ball down there by
Yeah,
the
he needs a
9.
partner down at,
Yeah,
at this end of the
that's
table.
right. Another one, because he's got a couple over there a little bit now. Couple of them. Oh, how interesting is this at 5-5?
Right?
I love this.
Nobody wants to flinch in this game.
And they both look laser focused, like they're really going to try hard here to
man,
figure it
did
out.
that work out good for
He
Allen.
had both rails. Sometimes you think, oh man, that was lucky. But no, he had both. There's a lot of
It
room
actually
for
worked
error
out
there.
better that he missed it and shoved it that way,
I think so.
right?
I
I think the 14 still slips and it does go in the other corner, but he's now pushed the 6 instead of over the 12 in a position that's harder for Allen. It's over an open hole.
How about this? Roll in that ball is at the 12, and then combo in his 6. Right? It's like trading
Oh,
pawns
yeah,
in
yeah.
a game of chess. Right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll give you my pawn, you take your pawn, and then
Well,
and we
and
both
if you
got
do
less
that-
soldiers, but I got like better stuff. You can play a good safe too, right?
Well, I like your shot. Take the 12 ball.
Mm-hmm.
Take the 14, make the 6, and send the 14 up as your partner.
Yeah, and you can do something productive with the cue ball too.
Yep.
Like you can, because you can get whatever angle you want next,
Mhm.
because you 12's over the hole.
Yep.
So you could get some kind of angle where maybe you pot the 6, you go 2 rails into the 8 or something like
Mhm.
crazy, right? You could take a free shot over there, because
Yeah, absolutely.
what's the worst that can happen? He's not breaking up the 5-2 anytime soon.
I like it.
Easier to see it from back here. I'll tell you that much. When I'm there, it ain't so easy.
Yeah, I really like your shot there. So Joe's trying to create some stuff. What's he looking at here? Oh, is Joe looking at popping the 10? He is. He's going to pop the 10 off the rail, off the 8.
He's going for it.
He is getting
He's going for it,
aggressive.
man. He's going for it.
The problem is I don't know that it's going to break the 9 ball out.
What did he just look at there?
Oh, he went straight in.
He was not. Was he trying to go? Oh, he's playing the bank. This is smart because the 2-5 is still in jail. Right?
Oh, yeah, it is.
How did he find this?
Yeah, super smart.
This is otherworldly to find. Not sure we all would have seen this one.
Nope. The back cut on the
It's
on the
a
9
free
back
shot.
cut bank. Yeah.
If he makes it, great. If he doesn't, great.
5-2 is still in trouble.
Well, and he might even just put the cue ball on the rail by the 11 and not let him see anything.
Wow, you
The
force
problem
him
is
then.
you leave him a
Yeah.
safety, little safety. But
Yeah.
Joe might just make this bank's high percentage for him, I think.
Does
Depending how big the 4 is.
Does it go? Does that bank on the 9 go? It must.
And yeah, maybe
It
the
must.
4 is big. He hasn't shot it yet, but yeah, it must go.
Yeah, the big, like Nick just said there, the big part of this equation, don't disturb the 5 deuce. He made it. It's in all day.
And gin.
It's in all day. That's
Man.
what he was looking at. Can I make the
Shape.
cut on the 14?
Yeah, he was playing position, but he needs one more real good shot here. This is not easy at all. Might need to use the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not shooting that shot.
He just looked at maybe banking the 11.
No, the cue ball, it does come around. It does come around, but it might be too sharp coming around. I might try to use the 3 here. You got to be brave sometimes. And Jaworski, yeah, you know, outside of the camera, it looks like the 2 maybe goes off the back of
He's
the 5,
banking.
but I don't think so.
He's banking the 11. I'm not going to move. I'm right in his view.
Yeah, me too. I'm staying still. But the cue ball does come around 3 rails here.
Oh, no,
he
he
overcut
whiffed
it
it.
by a foot. Literally
it,
a
yeah.
foot. But you see where the cue ball went. Nice and natural.
It was perfect. Yeah.
He also didn't do himself any favors where he left the 11.
No.
The one
But-
saving grace he has is it's going to be his break next.
Well, 5-2 is still a little awkward.
I think
And
it's
where
his
do you
break
even play
next.
safe? If you're Allen.
No, I don't think you do. Well,
How about this? Can you go off the rail, kind of through the 5 to make the 2?
yeah, that's what Andrew was saying in the YouTube chat there. Like, make a ball off the rail, hit the 5, the cue ball makes the 2. But I don't know if that works that well. Because now your cue ball is kind of going with the 2,
Yes.
and then what are you on after? But,
Well, I think the 5 would get stopped by the 8.
well,
You'd be close to your work, but you might have the 5 to the side.
I looked at this quick, is off the rail off the 8.
Mm-hmm.
So what if you just stop the cue ball kind of right near the 3? And if it doesn't work out, what's Joe got? But you don't
The
want to
bank on the
You
11?
don't want to leave him a free shot. Yeah, you can put it in a spot where the bank doesn't go. How about you just hit it perfect? That's a sweet little shot he played there.
Oh, wow. Stop it.
That was nice. That was real nice.
Oh, yeah, dead out here.
Oh, it couldn't have worked out better, but I mean, fortune favors the brave, as they say.
6-5-2-4-8. Oh, no.
No, the 4 next.
6-4.
Yeah, the soft left spin, I think the 4 next.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the 5-2.
I just saw that 11. Went, nope.
Yeah,
That can't be
Yeah,
right,
otherwise
right?
the 4 is nice up in the long corner for
Yeah.
sure. Big balls shot,
Yeah.
Josh says. Yeah, that did take some cojones, as they say. But you saw where he put the cue ball?
Yep.
What's Joe got from there?
Yep. Well, he
Not
would have
a
had the
whole heck of a lot.
Yeah, maybe the bank on the 11. And
A tricky one.
it is,
With a
but
tricky little position and, you know, like a
Yeah.
lot of tricky stuff happening.
for sure. But do you want to leave Joe the second
No.
chance at that bank?
Not really.
I don't.
But I like that he just found like a semi-aggressive shot that would pay off if he hit it right.
Yeah.
And did it ever pay off? And man, oh man, who would have predicted that Allen would be on the hill against Joe Spence in the semifinal of this, the 3rd annual Len Memorial
Well, I'm going to
10K
go.
first prize tournament?
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here with you and say this match absolutely deserves to go hill. Right? They've both come up with some just incredible shots.
Yeah, the stuff we've seen and the strange things happening too, like them not getting out on their breaks and just some weird stuff.
Some
But
weird.
okay, it's Joe time now to get it to Hill. Let's see what he's got with the break shot.
Yep. Well, this break is going to be huge.
This break is going to be everything. Tables getting recovered in May. All new Simonis on all the tables, courtesy Lacknell Billiards. Allen, break and run for the win, says Nick.
I would have made the 8 somewhere somehow.
Oh,
Yep,
and
that's
then,
me for
And then he
sure.
retracted his comment quick. He's like, no, actually, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
It's Joe's break. But maybe Allen break and run on Hill.
Yeah, I could have retired if there was a players meeting. Oh,
No
15 gets in the
way.
way.
What a
Some wide open
time
spaces
to come
here.
up
Well, there's
dry.
a few issues to work out.
For sure, man.
Right?
Low ball
Low
is
ball,
not nice.
you got 5 to work out,
Stripes
7 to
ain't
work
nice.
out.
The 9 is funny.
Yeah.
For stripes of 14 is funny.
There's still work here.
Oh, if I'm Joe, I'm just going to try to keep calm.
Yeah.
You might get another shot here, so you got to just stay calm.
I don't know why you don't leave your comments up, Andrew.
So It's a new thing
keep trying
for me.
to put it in, trying to figure it out. Why are you commenting and then retracting?
I don't know. Well, that's a new one for me. It's not like you said anything offensive or
Yeah, right.
like if you swear, retract the comment.
Even then, free speech, swear away. We try to keep
We'll
it clean
we'll
because
just tell you,
there's-
please don't do that.
Yeah, yeah. We do have some younger viewing audience members.
That's right. All ages stream. Yeah.
Use the 11 right now to get into the 9. Oof, that's risky.
Still got to
That's
do something with the
risky.
14. I guess the 15's down there to do it.
Yeah, 12 leads there, 15 leads there.
Yeah.
I think you almost have to go, but you're not guaranteed a shot
They
after.
do, but I mean the 12's a bit of an insurance ball.
A little bit.
But where does the 9 go? It's easy for that to get somewhere in not a nice position. Oh, bumping the 5 was probably the best thing that happened.
Now he's on 10. He's on trouble. He's out. He's out.
This could be it,
This
man.
could be it.
Oh, no way. No way. If he can shoot the 10 now and get angle to break the 14, I think he should do it right away.
Yep.
Don't mess around and do it later. Do it now. And I think it lays nice. You just roll this in. You got the angle between the 4-3.
Oh, a lot, yeah.
And then you
It's
just
perfect.
bump that. And, you got to control the bump, of course, but you got to move it. So what are you going to do, right?
Oh, where's he going?
Oh, no.
Where's he going?
He wanted the 12 and bumped the 14. Yeah. Well, Alan, I'm with you, bud. I've overhit this shot 100,000 times that hill with the adrenaline flowing.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, he's got to make a real
Well,
good shot on
yeah,
the 9.
now he's got to work.
He's got to kind of miss the 2, coming across, twice across, and to middle. At least middle table's a nice target.
Joe's looking at it going, there's a little bit of a hole in that armor of Mr. Allen.
Joe looked slightly less stressed out.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, that 14 ball, that's what we've been talking about the whole time, man. That's the trouble, right?
Yep. And I
Alan
like
knew
your
it too.
shot, right? Just play that angle between.
So you know why he
Between the
didn't?
4-3?
Like, the more I thought about it, when you shoot the 15, you go into the 14, then what? Where
There's
does
no
that
guarantee,
stuff
but there
go?
was,
Yeah. So I do like the way he played it the more I thought, because when you shoot the 12, you go into the 7, you're probably on that ball, right?
Uh-oh. Now he's in Hurtsville.
Oh, you see, the body language is not ideal. He's in big trouble. Even Papa Wang getting up to take a look, too. He's like, what's happening here, son? How come
Yeah.
you're not getting out?
Joe takes a swig of the beer, wetting his whistle, so they.
I like how Alan's dad's been sitting there watching the match the whole time, and now he stood up.
Yep.
He knows how important this is. Obviously, his son would have told him how much money this is for, too, right?
Oh, of course.
What do you mean you're playing for $10,000 later? It's just that leather pocket.
Yeah, I kind of figured
it.
that was coming.
That's it.
Using the 15, that's all you can do.
Oh, but here's the thing. If you
He's
don't
got-
put those to a good spot, Joe won't let you see the light of day.
Oh, of course not.
So you better do
problem
something
is-
productive with these.
Yeah, he's leaving him hampered, but that's not going to work.
Joe flew out of his chair. All right, here we go. He'll look at, first thing Joe's going to look at is, does the 4 go and can he just run out? Right? Because, like, players start thinking of this two-way shots and where can I leave? We got some balls in trouble. Nice when you can just do the work.
Yeah.
You see what he's looking at there? Can he come around, get on the 3, and then does the 1 lead to the 7? And a lot of players would get up and not be thinking that at all.
Nope.
Their first thought is like, where can I hide? What kind of two-way can I play? And there's a lot of them.
Oh, a ton of them.
There's a ton of them down table
Well, he could shoot
Right?
the 1 ball right now and be safe.
in 100 different spots.
Yeah.
But he hasn't even looked at that yet.
No.
And I like that. That's how you're supposed to play first. Try to find a run out. Then run and hide, right?
Elaine, that's because we both feel the stress of this.
Whew, yeah, the payouts are causing this stress, if you're
Right.
wondering. $10,000 for first place, Bryce. $5,000 for second. And the loser here, which there is no loser here, they both played great. It's going to get $2,500. Big swings, man. Big swings in money here.
Yeah. Well, and that pressure that Gideon just mentioned there, whether you like to admit it or not, you got to know Alan is going, man, I'm about to beat the Joe Spence. Right? They play. I mean, they play all the time, but they don't play all the time
Not
in a B final
under these
for
circumstances.
$10,000.
And even like the money games are not the same as this. You know?
Uh-oh.
No, I think he's on the 3.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah, which might be a good time to shoot it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could go like, I think he's okay here.
Yeah.
But like when you're playing a money game with somebody, you can just rebuy.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's a different pressure.
yeah.
This is not, there's no rebuy here.
Oh, so
Oh,
good.
how sweet did he
So
hit that?
good.
That's delicate and beautiful, and he should
See,
be
and
out
I
here.
would have